Ever heard of a 9mm Dragon's Breath slug? What about a solid steel 12-gauge slug? These are just two of the 7 most insane rounds available that we are going to be testing the capabilities of today. And one of the most extreme rounds I've ever tested is the M855A1 loaded in the 5.56. But what if I told you that this 410 right here, if I could grab it, is loaded with the same exact projectile? That's right, this is the 410 incinerator sent over by EMACS Tactical, and it is loaded with a single M855A1 projectile, surrounded by a sabot. And the regular M855A1 is an absolute steel slayer, so let's see what this one can do to a 1/4-inch piece of mild steel to start, out of this Model X 410 that Henry was nice enough to provide. Before I forget, big thanks to OpticsPlanet for hooking me up with this Swamp Fox Liberty Mini Red Dot. Don't forget that bananas save 7%, and it really helps out the channel. Huh. Well, you can definitely tell a difference in velocity between the regular M855A1 and this one, because the tip definitely hit straight on. Definitely not a hole. Let me see if I can do anything with my pinky in there. Yep, definitely not going to get my pinky in there. And looking down, I think I found the projectile, if I could pick the freaking thing up. This is the most lackluster thing I think I have ever seen. It looks like a freaking vase, but the tip definitely shattered. I'm honestly surprised it hit straight on, being a sabot out of a smooth bore, but just stick with the regular M855A1. It is much better. So 1.556 projectile might be pretty underwhelming, but what if I told you you could shoot 7 at the exact same time? This is the Bear Claw, sent over by Hickory Bore Flats, and it is a 12-gauge loaded with 7 5.56 55-grain FMJ projectiles.
You mean it's like shooting 7 5.56s at the same time?
Yeah, I don't know about that. And I was about to say, let's pattern it out on this hog right here, until I realized somehow all the aerosol leaked out of these freaking paint cans. Like, how does that happen? But anyway, instead of patterning, let's see how well this round paints the hog. Huh, that was a tighter pattern than I thought. Let's finish that other one off. Well, we definitely did not do a good job painting the hog, that's for sure. As you can see, the bullets were definitely tumbling in some of these. I'm kind of afraid to touch the can. I don't want to get yellow crap all over my hands. Oh, shit. That's what pants are for.
How many times do I have to tell you your pants are not a napkin?
But...
No, I don't care. You know what? You're washing your own pants from now on.
You can't be serious. What? Oh, well, that wasn't worth it. You want to know what is? Liking and subscribing, if you wouldn't mind. Anyway, look at how many freaking bullets hit the can. My gosh. Might as well see what the pattern is and what it could do to that 1/4-inch piece of mild steel. I am impressed with it so far. One thing I will say is whatever powder they're using smells like absolute dog shit. Whoever loaded this could take a lesson from Aguila and make it smell like cat piss at least. Let us see what we have here. And ooh, all of them definitely hit the plate, which is a lot more impressive than I thought it'd be. And it kind of looks like a smiley face. 2 eyes right there and 5 little teeth he's got right there. My gosh, I mean, that one kind of looks like it was hitting straight. One of them actually left a pretty decent indentation too. I mean, you could see the cantilure. To answer your question though, no, it is not like shooting 7 5.56s at the same time, although it is pretty freaking cool. And if you've been paying attention, you may have noticed a little fire extinguisher.
Yeah, what's that for?
Dragon's Breath. Yes, we've all seen it in 12 gauge, but did you know it's offered in 410? How about a mini 410 that could fit inside the 45 Colt? How about 9mm? Yes, I know it looks like an empty case. Well, that was underwhelming, but what about an even smaller one, 22 LR? But how was that better than the freaking 9mm? I guess it really doesn't matter. How do they compare on ballistic gel? Holy shiteballs, guys. I did not realize that there was actual shot in here when I put my camera back here. Luckily, I don't think anything made it the whole way through. Definitely nothing to my camera anyway, but that is pretty impressive. It looks like it went to about the 4-inch mark, and then where the magnesium or whatever it's filled with hit the block, it started melting it like a mofo. Yeah, I don't think anything's doing better than that, but let's do a speed run real quick. First round into the speed run, the 410 did a crazy melt job, but I mean, other than that, looking at the top, I really don't see anything that went deeper than the 12 gauge.
That's cool, I guess, but I want something more lethal.
I thought you might say that, which is why I brought out 9mm Dragon's Breath slugs, sent over by EMACS Tactical again. Not only do you get Dragon's Breath, which how good that is in 9mm, I don't know, but you also get a 9mm bullet. Or should I say the ultimate concealed carry load. No, I'm just kidding. Do not use this for concealed carry. This would look freaking terrible in a self-defense case. Anyway, let's see what it can do to some ballistic gel. Holy shit. I'll be honest, I was like, this is gonna be a little bit worse than the regular 9mm Dragon's Breath, but holy shite balls, that was freaking awesome. I did not expect that difference at all. And the case actually split almost all the way down to the rim. This is a high pressure SOB. Anyway, here's our shot placement centered right on the money. Let's see if we can get a pinky in there. Oh, yeah, I'm definitely getting cock blocked. Anyway, let's see what kind of wound channel, although I'm pretty sure it's an FMJ, so there might not be that much of a wound channel. Yeah, definitely not that much of a wound channel. Keeps, oh, never mind, guys. It looks like it might have tumbled there a little bit. Keeps, oh, thought an FMJ would have went deeper than that, but I mean, still, it's decently deep in the second block. Let me grab my tape measure. Right at about the 21.5 to 21 3/8 inch mark. Pretty freaking impressive for what it did. If you think Dragon's Breath is a cool name, this next round says, hold my beer. Hellfire Buckshot. Sent over by EMACS Tactical again. Not only do you get Hellfire, but I heard the devil himself makes this buckshot special to be the deepest penetrating balls in the land. Let's find out if this is just a myth though. I thought I was going to need that fire extinguisher for a second, because holy shite balls did the devil light this thing on fire. Let me put my pinky in the devil's hole. It's not a very pleasurable experience, devil, but here are all the balls, and my gosh, that is a good group. That one kind of looks like 2. Let me see if I can get my pinky in. Yeah, that's a pretty tiny hole. Definitely not get my pinky in there. I am impressed with the group so far. But let's see if those special balls penetrated as advertised, or if it's just a myth, and my gosh, that left a freaking massive wound channel. At least that one did. This one did split into 2, so I was correct there. Looks like one shot out the side of the block, but the other one ended up right here. One down there, and then I believe this is the deepest one right here. Let me grab my tape measure real quick, but that is very close to the 9mm. Alrighty, measuring the penetration of the devil's buckshot balls. Let's see here, right at 20 inches for that one. This one came in right at about 18.5, and then the one down there came in right at about, well, right under 17 inches. Myth busted, devil. No, I'm just kidding. This one penetrated about the same depth as normal buckshot, you know, double up buckshot, which is freaking impressive given that much fire. I mean, holy shite balls. I wouldn't recommend using this one for home defense, not only for the fire, it really would not look good in a self-defense case for sure, and you might not have a house afterward. Buckshot is cool and all, and I was super impressed with those results, but have you ever wondered what a slug from hell can do?
No.
Oh. Well, I have, and it's only possible with this Hellfire slug. Again, EMACS Tactical, and this should provide devilishly pleasurable penetration.
What?
I knew I brought this for a reason. Very good. Do not try any of these tests. I'm doing them so you don't have to. It is so freaking easy to set everything on fire. As you could see by what the slug from hell did to our freaking block. My gosh. Slug hit up here, and then the, you know, whatever the fire portion was hit down here. Let me put my pinky in that hole. Oh, yes. Now let's get to the slug. And that one, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I just keep going. Wow, that is very deep. Definitely a slug, and let's confirm it. Freaking gigantic wound channel, although not as big as an expanding slug. I think this one is almost like a lead solid or something. Let's keep going though. Keep going. It starts to deviate a little. Keep going. Keep. Gosh damn it. We did not catch the slug from hell, guys. There is where he exited. Or she. Or they? I don't know. Anyway, right at about the 26.5 to 27 inch mark. Terry, big question for you, buddy. Did you by chance see where the slug from hell went? Wait, no, I'm not paying you for information. Now, I know you're probably thinking, oh, I'll just shoot another one so we could see how deep it went, but I'm just gonna let you know that is deeper than any true ball slug I've seen. And I made it through all the Dragon's Breath without starting any major fires, so I'm gonna count that as a win. Guess I won't be needing this anymore. Just kidding, I better save it for the second installment of this video. If this one hits at least 500,000 views and let's say 40,000 likes, I guess that leaves one final round, the Galbo Slug. Sent over by Hickory Bore Flats again, big thanks to him for this one. This is a solid steel 12 gauge slug, or at least I should say a segmented steel slug. And before we see what kind of devastation it does on ballistic gel, I want to try something. Normal lead 12 gauge slugs are definitely not able to penetrate a 1/4 inch of mild steel, so I want to see how steel on steel changes things up. Before we do, if you want to learn a little bit more about gunsmithing, including diagnosing problems, ballistics, and even putting out fires. No, just kidding. Hopefully you don't have to put out any fires, but make sure to check out sdi.edu using the link in the description below. Well, we definitely didn't get any penetration, but it smacked the absolute crap out of this freaking plate. And as you can see, there is a nice mound right there. Very nice. Let's see what the front... Ooh, you can actually see the dome shape of the projectile, and then you can kind of see all 6 petals as well. And apparently this is what the slug looks like after hitting into steel. Freaking awesome. Still not exactly the effect I was going for, but let's see how much it tears up some ballistic gel. Sorry for the language there, guys. I guess I should have seen this coming. I mean, it is a 12 gauge slug after all, but holy shite balls. And apparently every single one of those steel fins just shears off. I was not expecting that kind of accuracy, you know, given that it's not a rifled slug. Check out that freaking wound channel. My gosh, and then there's 6 more where that came from. Looks like one of them was very close to exiting the block. Let me pull it out to see what that looks. Wow. My gosh, that is freaking cool. Okay, so it looks like the rest of them are in, well, actually no, one of them shot out the block and the rest of them are in there. Let's see. Kept going. That must mean it is in the second block, and I see the wall. Kind of looks like a butthole. Actually, I forgot the pinky test. Let me get that in. Yeah, not quite as easy as the slug from hell, but this one also didn't melt anything. I can't get over that freaking trident wound channel. Anyway, I think this is the wad, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Oh, that is everything all in one. So it only went about 17 inches at its maximum point. Check out that slug. There is not much left. I did not realize that everything sheared off besides this little bearing looking thing. Let me know which one of those 7 rounds was your favorite. Mine probably is a slug from hell. Well, definitely the slug from hell. Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed, and here's another absolutely insane testing video for you to watch.